The second trailer for the Super Mario Galaxy movie has just dropped, and I want to talk about it. I'm your host, Seb, and today I'm going to be telling you everything I'm excited about regarding the Super Mario Galaxy movie. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and comment down below, but let's get into it. First, let's start off from what we see in the trailer. We see that they got some new fire power-ups right away, and then everybody's favorite green dinosaur gets introduced, Yoshi. And now, I'm not a big fan of the voice so far, but I'll go ahead and give my opinions on that later. We also see them explore some new worlds, and we see that Yoshi, Toad, and Peach are all going to come back, as well as Mario and Luigi, and it looks pretty good so far. Now, in the first trailer that they dropped, we also see that Mario and Luigi are holding on to Bowser in his shrunken form in one of their houses, and he's staying in his mini Bowser castle. In that first trailer, we also see them visiting a bunch of different planets, especially that water planet and then the sand planet. And then, of course, we see that the main villain is going to be Bowser Jr., who I think we can assume the plot is going to be him trying to get back his dad and probably trying to bring him back to a normal form, a normal size. Which, a quick side note here, I just want to say that Bowser Jr. having the Prowler theme is kind of aura, pretty cool. I wanted to point that out. And then they show Princess Rosalina, who I'm a huge fan of, especially because she was a big part of the Super Mario Galaxy video game series, and so it's awesome that they're putting her into this movie. With that all out of the way, I want to say that I think there's a lot to be excited for about this movie, especially because it seems that they're trying to bring in a lot more characters from the Marioverse, if that's what it's being called, I don't know. But with them adding Yoshi and Rosalina, and then we also saw Birdo in the trailer, and Bowser Jr. is going to be the bad guy, I think it's a great cast of characters. I'm also really excited for them to explore the other worlds on the big screen. It's something that we haven't gotten yet from the Marioverse. A few years back when they did the Super Mario Bros. Movie, I think that was a really great start. And to what they could be adding on top of this, they had showed a little bit of Mario Kart in it. Obviously, they showed the Super Mario Bros. Games, and now they're adding some of the Super Mario Galaxy verse into it. I think it's amazing, and I hope that the visuals all turn out as well. So then, what am I hoping for to get out of this movie? What am I staying mindful about? Well, the first thing that I want to talk about is the characters that they're introducing. I really hope, since they're introducing Bowser Jr., that they also introduce the other Koopalings, which, in case you guys don't know, it's like the other people that are small and shaped like Bowser. I think if you look at the main story, they're not necessarily like blood related, but in many of the games, Bowser's referred to them as his children, and so that's how many people refer to them now as like part of his family. But since we're having Bowser Jr., I hope that they all make an appearance of some sort. With that being said, I think you can't introduce too many characters, and so I hope that they're balancing this delicately. I wanted to see the return of some of our old characters from the last movie, like the Mario and Donkey Kong dynamic. I thought that was awesome. Seeing Funky Kong in like live action would also be pretty cool. He's one of my favorites in the Marioverse, and I think having them in the movie would be awesome. But again, given the amount of characters that they've already shown us that they're going to be adding, I think I might just be asking for a little bit too much. Who knows? But we'll end up seeing. And then, like I mentioned earlier, I'm not a huge fan of Yoshi's voice. In the trailer, I was expecting something more like in the video games that we've gotten, a little bit more high-pitched, a little bit more like Yoshi, but we didn't get that. I'm holding out a little bit because I do think that there was a little bit of hate towards Chris Pratt's voice of Mario when the trailer first came out. When I was watching the trailer, I also was like, this is weird. But when I was watching the movie, it wasn't something that like really took away from the plot. At first, it was hard to get used to, but as the movie went on, I just kind of forgot about it more and more. And then, of course, during some parts of the movie, they reference back to what Mario's voice really was when he goes like, yippee, and all of that good stuff. And so I'm hoping that they do Yoshi some justice still, even if the voice isn't up to what my standards of it are. I still think that it'll be a great addition to the cast. And the last thing that I'm really hoping to see out of this movie is some sort of battle on Bowser Jr.'s ship. Bowser Jr. is super iconic with his ship in the Mario games. Like every single time you see him in a battle, it's always on his ship. And so it has to be in the movie. It's just iconic to who Bowser Jr. is. I'm just really begging and praying that the scene is them doing an obstacle course through his ship. Maybe we see some bullet bills, some cannons going off. And then like during the last battle, he's like in his little spinning cup thing, just flying around and shooting stuff at them. I think that would be absolute peak. And that might be my own version of like Germani fan fiction. Shout out those of you guys who know. But regardless, I'm really hoping that we get to see that. I think it would be really awesome, and I think it'd be really fun for the movie. One thing that I do want to mention real quick is that most sequels are really hard to top the original. I mean, we have a few movies that are regarded as better than the original. The Empire Strikes Back comes to mind. I think The Godfather 2 was one of them that people talk about. And of course, sequels will always be harder to top the original. Everybody loves the original. But I do have a lot of hope out there. I mean, this is Illuminations that we're talking about. This is the studio that gave us Despicable Me and Minions. Like, these guys are goats. And I have no doubt that they can outdo the first material. I just hope that they keep their head in the right space. And with the cast that they've got so far, I have no doubt that they can definitely meet these expectations. This movie is set to come out in April. I don't remember the date off the top of my head, but I'm really excited to watch it, and I hope all of you guys are excited to watch it too. As always, thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you all have a great day.